Theresa Caputo, widely known as the Long Island Medium, is set to return to Bakersfield, California, for an unforgettable evening of connections, healing, and psychic insight. Scheduled for January 24th, her live event will take place at the historic Fox Theater, offering fans and believers a chance to witness her incredible gift of connecting with loved ones who have passed on. Caputo rose to fame as the star of TLC's hit show Long Island Medium, where her abilities to communicate with the departed captivated millions. With her charismatic personality, authentic approach, and heartwarming moments of closure, Caputo has become one of the most recognized psychic mediums in the world. Her shows often feature deeply emotional exchanges that leave audiences in awe. The live event promises an intimate look into Caputo's work. Unlike her televised appearances, the live show allows audience members to experience her abilities in real time. Theresa will share her journey as a medium, answer audience questions, and deliver spontaneous readings to attendees. While not everyone is guaranteed a reading, the energy and messages shared during the evening often resonate deeply with the entire audience. "This isn't about believing in what I do," Caputo has often said. "It's about helping people find peace and knowing that their loved ones are still with them." This will not be Theresa Caputo's first visit to Bakersfield. Her previous events at the Fox Theater have been met with overwhelming enthusiasm, with fans praising the emotional and spiritual impact of her readings. The Fox Theater, a Bakersfield landmark, provides the perfect venue for such an intimate and transformative experience. With its historic charm and exceptional acoustics, attendees can expect an evening that is both profound and memorable. The show begins with Theresa sharing personal anecdotes and insights into her work. She then transitions into the heart of the event, live readings. Caputo often moves through the audience, delivering messages from loved ones with uncanny specificity. From poignant validations to unexpected humor, her readings often evoke a mix of emotions, leaving participants feeling comforted and connected. For those planning to attend, it's essential to come with an open mind and heart. You never know what message is waiting for you, Caputo often reminds her audiences. Tickets for the January 24th event are available through the Fox Theater's website and other authorized ticket vendors. Prices vary based on seating, and VIP packages often sell out quickly, offering fans a chance to meet Theresa in person after the show. Caputo's work extends beyond live shows. She is the author of several best-selling books, including There's More to Life Than This and Good Grief, which explore her experiences as a medium and offer guidance for those coping with loss. Additionally, her podcast Hey Spirit allows fans to hear her readings and reflections from the comfort of their homes. For those in Bakersfield and the surrounding areas, Theresa Caputo's return is an opportunity to witness her remarkable gift and experience the healing power of her work. Whether you're a believer or simply curious, the evening promises to be a unique and moving experience. However, it had been 2 years since Emily lost her brother Jake in a tragic accident. The pain was still raw, a wound that refused to heal. Every corner of her house reminded her of Jake, his favorite chair, the guitar he never got to play again, and the pictures lining the mantelpiece. One evening, as she sat on the couch scrolling through her phone, Emily stumbled upon a show called Beyond the Veil featuring a psychic medium named Maria. Known as the Long Island Medium, Maria had an uncanny ability to connect people with their loved ones on the other side. Emily wasn't someone who easily believed in the supernatural, but grief had a way of opening doors to possibilities she'd never considered. After much deliberation, Emily reached out to Maria's team. A week later, she received confirmation for a private reading. Nervous and skeptical, Emily entered Maria's warm and welcoming studio, adorned with candles, crystals, and photographs of past clients. Maria greeted her with a warm smile. "Emily, I already feel a strong male energy around you. Someone young, vibrant, and full of life. Does that sound familiar?" Emily's breath caught in her throat. "Jake," she whispered, her hands trembling in her lap. As the session progressed, Maria began sharing details only Jake could have known. The nickname he used to call Emily, the inside joke about their childhood dog, and a reference to the unfinished song he had been writing. However, Theresa Caputo, affectionately known as the Long Island Medium, is no stranger to moments of profound grief, raw emotion, and unanticipated revelations. Her gift of connecting with the departed has brought closure, healing, and hope to countless families. In one of her most heart-wrenching episodes, Theresa tackled an extraordinary case. A family shattered by tragedy, struggling to make sense of their collective loss. In this special feature, we dive deep into the story that left audiences speechless and hearts forever changed. From the emotional build-up to the revelations during Theresa's reading, this family's journey sheds light on the power of connection, resilience, and spiritual healing. As the family settled into Theresa's cozy studio, an air of tension filled the room. The mother, father, and two surviving siblings exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what to expect. Theresa greeted them with her signature warmth and assured them that no matter what, the session would be a safe space. Almost immediately, Theresa's demeanor changed. "I'm feeling a very strong presence," she said, closing her eyes. "There's a male energy, and he's coming through so strongly. He's saying, tell them it wasn't their fault. Does that make sense to anyone here?" The mother gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. "That's Jacob. He was driving the car that night." Theresa nodded, her voice soft but steady. "He's showing me the accident. He wants you to know it wasn't his fault either. He says something mechanical failed, not him. He wants you to stop blaming yourselves and each other." Tears flowed freely as the family members absorbed Jacob's words. For years, they had been haunted by the idea that someone might have been able to prevent the crash. Theresa's message lifted an invisible weight from their hearts. However, Theresa Caputo, the iconic Long Island medium, has encountered countless spirits, each carrying their own stories of love, loss, and longing. But a recent reading unearthed a connection unlike any she had experienced before. A spirit tied not just to a family, but to the land itself. In a small farming town plagued by failed harvests and economic despair, Theresa found herself drawn to a grieving family whose patriarch, a dedicated farmer, had passed away under mysterious circumstances. As she began the reading, the spirit of the departed farmer overwhelmed her emotions, unleashing a wave of sorrow, anger, and despair that left Theresa visibly shaken. This extraordinary encounter revealed a tragic tale of love for the land, loss of livelihood, and a message of resilience for the family and community left behind. As Theresa sat across from the grieving family, her usual composure faltered. Her breathing grew shallow, her hands trembled, and tears streamed down her face. "I'm feeling something so heavy," she said, her voice cracking. "It's not just grief, it's hopelessness. He feels like he failed you, like he failed the land." The family exchanged stunned glances. The eldest son, Michael, leaned forward. "That sounds like Dad. He was always hardest on himself, especially after the droughts." Theresa suddenly clutched her chest, her voice thick with emotion. "He's showing me the fields, dry and lifeless. He's saying he couldn't save them, and he's sorry. He wants you to know it wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's fault." The room fell silent, except for the quiet sobs of the farmer's widow. "He never said that to us," she whispered. "He kept everything bottled up, even when we begged him to talk." Theresa nodded, still visibly affected. "He's saying he didn't know how. But he wants you to forgive him, and yourselves. He's also saying something about a small patch of land, something you've been ignoring. Does that make sense?" Michael's eyes widened. "The South Field. It's the only part of the farm that still has fertile soil, but we've been too scared to try again." Theresa smiled through her tears. "He says that's where you start over. He'll be there watching, helping." Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Sabrina. Hope your day is so well. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.